So, hi! It's not very nice summer. No. So this is a requested video. Um, yeah. My good friend Owen, Online Highway Boy. Follow him. I'm thinking Tumblr. Subscribe. There we go. So this is just me casually talking about movie idea that I have for 2013. Well, basically, what it's all about. It's really hard to explain, kind of, but it's about four gangs. We have the Mindbogglers, the Nightcrawlers, the Dayriders, and the Beat Stealers. And basically, this is like kind of set in the future, not like cyber people future, but you know, normal future. And it's basically because our society has crumbled, and you know, almost like kids have taken over, and basically these four groups have different looks and different ways to life, and they're sort of fighting against each other because they want the kids of today to look like them, be like them, and you know the one that wins gets that kind of label and that kind of name. But to get there, what they need to do is they have these kind of mini battles or whatever. It's like paintball wars, but without paintball guns, and yeah, they're trying to get each other's flags, except there won't be flags. I don't know, but they're gonna try and get something that means a lot to the other team. So I know one thing that happens. There's gonna be a final battle, and a person has to die because what they have won't. It's a necklace and it won't come off them. So they need to die and stuff like that, and it's gonna be really really cool. So most of the people have been sorted into their groups without being known what they've been sorted into, so shh. And I know there are a few people who I'm pretty sure will want to be in the movie but haven't answered things yet. So what I did was I set up questions for them to ask and answer, and each one had like a relation to one of the groups. Now the Beat Stealers and the Mindbogglers both get defeated about halfway through the movie, so they need to transfer into the Dayriders and the Nightcrawlers. Okay, I'm going to tell you a bit about the group. So, let's start with the Dayriders. I'm not a Dayrider. The Dayriders are probably the hardest to explain because they don't really have a set on anything. They're probably the least stereotypical kind of group. But basically they wear kind of varsity jackets, denim, they got sneakers, but they're really mean and they're really quite childish, and they like to run everywhere, and they're just like, oh my god, and they vandalize everything. They're really mean troublemakers. They either like you or they don't. So yeah, I guess those are the Dayriders. The other big group, the Nightcrawlers. I am a Nightcrawler. Team Nightcrawler. Well, they're probably the most stereotypical. Maybe not the most. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. There are two quite stereotypical groups, but the Nightcrawlers wear leather, eyeliner. They're really quite dark and not grungy, but they are quite. They use violence to solve things. They really love fighting each other, and they have like weapons like knives. I have a gun, but like nobody else knows about it. It's not like a massive thing. It's just like a tiny thing, and I kill someone with that. Yeah. Don't know where we're gonna get that, but let's just sort that out when we get there. And yeah, so they really like violence, and they're not very nice at all, and they just don't like anyone really in general. Well, apart from the group have to side with each other. And my brother is played by Elephant Cheese 1234 or SMBTV, but type in Elephant Cheese 1234 because then it'll come up. And basically he's the leader of the group until he gets killed, and then I have to take charge, and I'm a wreck. But yeah, so that's the Nightcrawlers. I'm going to tell you about the Mindbogglers. The Mindbogglers really don't like violence, and they use like different kind of theories and smart, really kind of better ways to solve something. They don't really like violence, but they will use it if they have to. Also, they are really quite understanding as well. So they are actually the nicest group probably, and yeah. They wear really quite smart clothes, and they are quite geeky. They kind of like their comic books. They're a bit quiet, but they are probably the nicest group there. But oh well, you know they need to transfer because they lose. Whoop. And finally, we have the Beat Steelers. The Beat Steelers are there are two different sides to this group. You have the girls and you have the guys. Let's just start with the guys. The guys are users. Horrible people. I don't like the guys at all. And I made them. Every single one of them. That sounds wrong, yeah. The guys are users and they flash everything. So if they have a watch, they'll flash it. If they have money, they'll flash it. Anything they don't have, they'll flash. So if their dads or moms have a nice car, they'll flash it. And that's reminding me about the other thing. They still live with their parents. Ouch. But you want to know the only reason they live with their parents? It's to have house parties. Anyway. Oh dear. Yeah, house parties. They have house parties like every day, every weekend, and it's kind of funny because in one of the scenes, there's a boy who needs to invite everyone, even like all the groups, because their parents kind of know their parents, and so everyone gets invited, and it just goes into havoc, and it's quite fun. That will be quite a fun scene. So yeah, those are the boys who they kind of wear tracksuits or something in chains, and they quite stereotypical, and they have their stereo, but they like to dance and show off a lot and stuff. So those are the boy Beat Steelers. Now the girl Beat Steelers are very... Okay, I'm just gonna say it. They're quite slutty, okay? I'm just gonna say that. It doesn't mean you are a slut if you're playing them, but they really let themselves go with the guys. They kind of wear short, skimpy stuff, high heels, makeup, what the whole shizzle. But they also like music and try to impress people, but they just like to get used because, I guess probably most of them didn't get showed love at home, so they think, oh well, it's kind of fine, I'll just let myself go around to the guys. No! Oh well. But they're quite bitchy. They're really, really bitchy. And the guys as well, they're really quite not nice. Not nice. Also, the girls are, they're very, very competitive with one another, and they can fall out with each other quite easily. So when they have to transfer it, they're gonna get that whip straight out of them if they're a nightcrawler, which some are. The storyline has quite an unexpected ending, which only few know, like really few know. And the only few that know are people who are involved in it, or I can trust them, to make a really good storyline, because I know there are better writers out there than me that help me write the script, and yeah, it's gonna be great fun. I was thinking about calling this movie Children of the Revolution because, yeah, it's children of the revolution in the future. That's about it. So that's really all there is to it, I guess, at the moment to say, but there will probably be updates on this movie, and thank you for watching this probably incredibly long video, but yeah.